Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. First card out is Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, you can feel like you have a lot going on. You can feel like there's a lot on your plate. Can be getting close to taking a break with something that you've been very tirelessly giving your energy to. So it seems like something is about to be closing out, but you can feel like you exerted a whole lot of energy into this. Having Ten of Wands shows you being like at the last step of a cycle. So you could feel like you're like taking the very last steps of something that has been a process that you've like given your all to. You could be like, I don't think that I could really give any more to it. There can be a sense of relief that this is going to be the ending of something before you get a break. So feels like the last day before vacation or something like that. And that can even be like a metaphorical sentiment that you're experiencing here, where you go from like putting in a lot of work. It can feel very strenuous. You can feel like your energy had to be really focused on something, that it all was going into one thing, or just like a few things. And now you can feel like in the next step that there's going to be some relaxing, there can be some recharging that's happening, there can be some grounding, some reconnecting, there can be resting, like those sorts of things. Getting comfortable, being still even. Okay, there's some processing that's happening. I'm looking at Five of Cups. Interesting that we have Wands and Swords and Cups all here. Wands has to do with like your willpower and your motivation, that type of thing, and something that you've been pouring all of that into, like your energy, your efforts, those sorts of things. Now having Four of Swords over here feels that there's going to be some type of relaxation that happens. Five of Cups, there can be something right now that you are processing. There can be, I'm gonna get further on this actually. Pull from this deck. What's this Five of Cups about? I'm seeing Four of Swords come out again associated with that. It may just be recovering emotionally from something. Recovering, healing, processing, recognizing. And then I'm seeing the Magician, which feels like when you're done with that, or when you're ready to move forward, there's going to be something that you're tending to, like a vision of yours that you're connecting with. Can also be something that you're understanding, something that you're seeing. Okay. Whatever this was that had been very strenuous, it seems like it's finished now. It seems like there's a conclusion. Having Magician and Ten of Swords feels like you may be the one to have ended something, to have completed a cycle here. There can even be talk after the fact about this. Okay, I'm seeing a conversation having to do with where things are going, but it can feel difficult to even do that. Having Ten of Wands and having King of Swords can feel like something is a challenge to problem solve, or it can be difficult to say what needs to be said, or something that's stressful about trying to have a conversation, like those types of things. It looks like there's stuff that's being processed about where things are going. This can be about future stuff. The nature of progress of whatever this is. And I'm also seeing Hermit, which feels like you're privately processing something emotionally. And you could also be keeping to yourself right now and be figuring out like where things are going to be going, what's going to be happening. I feel like you're sort of thinking about this independently. It may also be coming up in a conversation, but right now I'm just seeing the focus be on you as you're figuring something out. And we also have the Magician here too as the only major arcana. So this is definitely something that's on your mind here. And it's connected with like what you're going to be doing or where you're going to be going. Oh, we also have the Hermit here too. Okay. You, from a logical standpoint, thinking about where things are going, like what the plan is, and it feels like you're going to come out of that space where you've been processing things and brainstorming or reflecting with a plan. A plan that you didn't have before. So you could have been like, well, I'm trying to get over to this destination, even like metaphorically speaking, I'm trying to get to this destination. So you've made up your mind about that. And then once you know where you're trying to go, it's about figuring out the plan that's going to happen. So I'm seeing when you re-emerge after keeping to yourself for a bit, you're going to re-emerge with a plan. So it's not empty-handed. It's like, I know what I'm going to be doing. I know where my energy is going to be going, like that type of thing. I know what my intention is. I know what I'm trying to do here. We are ending with the Two of Cups, which shows something coming together. A plan that's being made for things to come together. You could also be connecting with someone too. Bridging the gap here. For those of you that this is a relationship, you could have been going through a really stressful time with somebody that you're close with. And it could have felt very draining as well. Very, very draining. But it also looks like something is concluding now too, so you can feel like that's the end of a cycle then, that whatever had been so draining is now coming to an end. You could have also felt too like this was worth it to you because it's about something that matters. Like if this is a relationship with the Two of Cups, this is somebody that you feel deeply, deeply connected with. So you could have been going through something stressful, but been like, but it's worth it to me because this is something or someone that I really care about. And it may have taken work to like pull things in or to bind things or to connect things or to get closer. But you can also feel too like the most difficult part is ending now. Like the heftiest part of the challenge is concluding too. So it's going to be rolling over into a new cycle. And you can feel as well like you get to have some peace now and think about like what's going to be happening, where things are going. Like you get to rest a little bit as you're figuring some stuff out. And it feels like devising a plan of some sort. But you can also be looking back at this and be like, why did I make things so hard, or why did things need to be so difficult, or like why was this situation so draining? It can be those sorts of things where I feel like in this time that you're having to process, there can be some emotional stuff that's coming up that feels specifically linked to the past. You could have also felt in a way like you were on your own to deal with something and needed some time to process that as well. But you can feel too like relieved that this is closing out, relieved that this situation is ending. I am seeing Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is connecting with like what you want now and where you are now and what your heart is speaking to you and what you're feeling. It looks too like some things needed to be figured out and now you can move forward. Once those things are figured out. Yeah, I do get the sense of you moving into a position where you can feel like whatever it is that you need to be doing, you're going to be stepping into that position and doing those things, and it can feel more clear to you like what exactly that is now, and maybe it wasn't before. Again, I feel like you could have been going through a stressful time within a relationship. This would be somebody that's significant within your life. This isn't just a non-significant relationship. This would be somebody that you're close with, and you could have, it doesn't look like the situation is still happening. It looks like the situation came to an end, but it could have been something that was really challenging with you and another person, but it could have also in the same way sort of felt worth it to you because of the nature of your relationship with this person. I do see a lot about like moving forward, about planning, about future stuff, about where things are heading. And it feels like you're processing something that already happened that you may now have the time to really sit with and process so it can be integrated. And also I'm seeing a lot of focus now on moving forward with things. Something painful may be being addressed too, or was being addressed or worked through, it seems. All right, everybody, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.